want to give you 5 daily habits for spiritually strong Christians or believers. 5 daily habits. Let me give you number 1. Okay, number 1, start your day with God. The Bible speaks about this in the book of Mark, chapter 1, I think it is. And it says it in many places how Jesus rose up a great while before it was day to go to a solitary place, a wilderness, a mountain, to go and seek God and to go and pray. Now, what happens to us in modern times? We don't do that. We wake up in the morning, and most of us, 90% of us, including you, what we normally do is get up, reach over and get our phone and start looking on social media, checking out if someone's liked our post or liked our video, if we've got any responses, any comments, and we start checking email, we start checking these things. Now, what I'm trying to say is that don't do that. Stop doing that. Let's start our day with God. So instead of rolling over to go on your phone, check social media, roll over onto your knees and start praying and seeking God's face and start meeting the Lord instead. Because when you're in prayer in the morning, God's going to infuse you with power and you'll find out that your day's going to be set up. I don't know about you, but for me, there's been many times I've woken up in the morning and reached for my phone, checked YouTube and stuff like that. And I feel that the day has started incorrectly. And for the whole of that day, it feels strange. The reason is because the first thing I did was not talk to God, but read the Bible. But go on social media. So God was put second in that day, and the day just seems to be a bit of a waste, and I don't get as much done as I would like to. So I always find that when I put God first and I wake up in the morning and start praying, I find that I'm set up for the whole day and my day runs smoothly. Now, praying is one of the things that on fire for God believers do. That leads me on to number 2. Spiritually strong believers, what we do is that we speak life. We speak life. The Bible speaks about how death and life is in the power of the tongue. Okay, so you can either speak good things or bad things. So as a strong believer, what strong believers do, they speak life into every situation. They speak, if things are going wrong, they start to speak life into that situation, speaking over it, start declaring the goodness of God, start declaring change, start declaring growth, start declaring all these good things. So we use our mouth to speak good things, blessings, not curses. Now, it's a challenge. But Robert, do you always speak blessings? Do you always speak good things? No, I don't always speak good things. Sometimes I get angry and I get upset and I start speaking craziness. But we shouldn't be doing that. We should be speaking good things all the time. And that's what strong believers do. They always speak good things. So let's start getting into the habit of speaking good words over our family, good words over our friends, over our work colleagues, good words over our finances, good words over our bodies, over our health, good words over our minds. Let's start speaking good things. You are going to make it. God loves you. God's making a way for you. God's opening a door for you. God's blessing you. God loves you. These are the words that you should be speaking over yourself every single day. This leads me to number 3. Now, I know that with this third one, not everybody does this, but praying in the Spirit is one of the most powerful things that you can do, is to pray in the Spirit. Now, speaking in tongues, because I know I speak in tongues for years, and speaking in tongues brings massive change in your life. But if you don't speak in tongues, that's fine. You can just pray in English. Get a prayer list. Start writing down prayers, people to pray for. Get a list from 1 to 20, and you can start praying for people if you don't speak in tongues. But if you do speak in tongues, I tell you right now, it's a gift that you should go for and ask God. It's available for everybody. You know, the Apostle Paul says that not all, I wish that you all, or I would love for you all to speak in tongues, okay? Saying that not everybody speaks in tongues. But the thing is, it's a gift that you can actually operate and move in. It's the same with prophecy. Not everybody prophesies. Not everybody moves in the gifts of healing. Not everybody moves in the gift, the spiritual gift of the word of wisdom and the word of knowledge. Not everybody does it, but everybody can. It's the gifts of the Spirit is available for everybody. So we need to ask God to help us to activate those gifts because they're available, because we have the Spirit of God. So speaking in tongues is what powerful, on fire Christians do, believers do. And if you don't speak in tongues, you need to ask God for that gift and go after that gift. It will change your life. And if you do speak in tongues, you need to be speaking tongues regularly every day. Try to aim for an hour. Try and aim for, obviously you got to build yourself up to an hour, but get up to 5 minutes, 10 minutes and be consistent with it, and you'll see big massive change in your life. This leads me to number 4. Serve and encourage others. It speaks about that, in Galatians 6:2, how we should bear one another's burdens. We need to be speaking and edifying our brothers and our sisters. If God puts a brother or sister or a name on your heart, get in contact with that brother, that sister, and edify them, build them up, strengthen them. This is what strong believers do. They want to help out the brothers and sisters. They want to edify. It's like right now, I'm doing a video right now to edify you, to help you, to build you up, to give you a word, to let God use me to lift you up, to strengthen you. This is what strong believers do. So don't be that person who's just a taker, take, or take a word, prophesy over me, give me a word, speak to me, edify me. Don't be that person. Be the one who edifies others, and then you'll find out that after a while, you'll start prophesying to others. You'll start moving the words of wisdom and the words of knowledge out of nowhere. Why? Because when you start to edify your brothers and your sisters, God, you're making yourself available to be used of God. And then God will start speaking through you. And then all of a sudden, the person you're speaking to starts to get set ablaze, they get delivered, they get set free by the words that you're saying, because you've chosen to spend that time to edify the brethren, and God will use your mouth and speak through you to bring deliverance. So that's what we do, me and you, all of us that's watching as well. This is what we do as strong believers. We edify one another. Number 5, this is like the 5th habit. Stay away from complacency. We get very complacent. We're not being consistent. Is apathy? Is that the other word? The Bible speaks about lukewarmness. Okay, we need to stay away from lukewarmness. Jesus Christ said, you're not hot or cold, you're lukewarm. So I shall spew you out of my mouth. So that shows us that, because we think to ourselves that, being cold is bad and we should be hot. No, Jesus Christ said, I'd rather you be hot or cold, meaning that, and not be lukewarm. In other words, you have a decision. I'm going to be cold. I'm going to be hot. Not that hot or cold is bad. He's saying, I'd rather you have a decision to be either hot or cold, but don't be in the middle where you're lukewarm. I might go, I might not go, I might go left, I might go right, I might go up, I might go down, I might pray, I might read the Bible. No, you're being lukewarm. It's best for you to be hot or cold. Yes, I'm going to read the Bible. No, I'm going to pray. You're in your decision making, you're either one or the other. Don't be in the middle. And there's nothing wrong with you saying no to people. There's nothing wrong with that. But you understand what I'm trying to say to you. Don't be complacent. Don't be lukewarm. Make a decision, left or right. What are you doing? Make those spiritual decisions. Don't be complacent. So these are the 5 habits of spiritually on fire believers that are on fire for God. So do these habits, get into it, apply it to your life, and you'll start seeing change in your life, and you'll be set ablaze with the power of God. I shall see you guys on the next video. It's Robert, an ambassador for Christ. See you guys later.